hamstring and on the IR. He'll miss 4 weeks. Juwan Jennings has a chance to play, but he hurt his shoulder. Purdy status, TBD with a toe in his shoulder. Jake Moody, the kicker, cut. Now on the bright side, if you go with me here, Mac Jones is okay. Warming up in the bullpen.
This is the most classic one Greg's ever had.
Man.
Greg had it a year and a half ago. He's like, Niners are done because they're going to not stay healthy.
But
and
week
2
one,
years,
Greg, already?
Yeah,
This is typically their Achilles heel. If they,
that's the one injury they don't have.
Trademark.
Sorry, go ahead.
Literally.
Because you don't
if
mean
they get injured, this team is done. It's unfortunate.
Can I, before Brew answers if they're in trouble, can I ask a question about the injuries to you?
This is great. This is controversial.
Do they just have the worst, training staff?
Oh, my.
No,
I
feel bad asking because I obviously know nothing about what those people do. But it feels like they have the worst training staff.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that.
It's just bad luck.
Do you think they have the best training staff? Absolute best.
They're definitely working around the clock.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
It's a mess.
Brew.
What's the question?
Are they in trouble? You're 49.
Before I answer that, gentlemen, I got to say it. What a stud!
What?
Look at this. He did this.
What? Oh,
with a bad shoulder and a bum toe. Look at it. There is no sign of injury whatsoever, and he just wins them the game. I mean, on a bad shoulder and a bad toe, but yet he's scrambling like a running back.
The bad shoulder is not his throwing shoulder.
It's still a bad shoulder, and the toe is damaging. Greg definitely knows that.
No, I don't.
You know how bad a toe injury can be.
Yeah, now
if it's going to keep him out
there
and
running routes as a receiver.
That is impressive. So that's number one.
Okay,
good. We get that up.
It depends on how long Purdy's out. I think he showed last week that he's their most important. McCaffrey wasn't great last week. I don't know if he's going to be great this year. They need Purdy to have a shot at making the playoffs. I mean, no offense to Mac Jones.
Buckle up.
But look, they're fortunate they're playing New Orleans. Maybe they can get a win with Mac Jones against New Orleans. But Kittle's out for 4 games at least. Juwan Jennings is out. Pearsall look good, but Pearsall by himself,
Christian McCaffrey's there.
Yeah, but again, it's hard for. He didn't look great last week, and Purdy
didn't look great last week. They won.
I thought he looked very good though. He carried them if they had a kicking game, and his first drive was fantastic. He won them the game. I thought Purdy was fine. The 2 interceptions obviously you want back, but. McCaffrey's not going to carry him. And I don't trust his health anyway. If anybody I'm worried about health-wise is McCaffrey.
I'm worried about Purdy.
Purdy
at this. Here's the other part of it. So, Mac Jones coming in and dealing would be one of the greatest things ever happened to this show. It would officially put to bed all of our Niner arguments, and Wilds would be back from the dead.
Be careful.
So how would it though?
Because, Brew, I literally during the offseason got you on the record about how bad you think Mac Jones is because I thought this might arise. And if there is some chance that Mac Jones comes in and is awesome, the answer can't be, it turns out he's awesome now. It might just be Shanahan's system.
You know what the answer would be? It was one game. He can have good games.
No.
He's going to lead him to the Super Bowl, then that's a different thing.
No, he's no Jimmy Garoppolo. But here is, to me, the bigger story here, which is, and you guys have gotten mad at me about this in the past, but I think Greg is with me on it. When people say, Nick, you still hold Purdy's draft position against him, one of the reasons, and I think you might agree with this, Brew, that he was drafted where he was because of physical measurables. You know what I mean? Not the biggest guy, not the strongest guy, strongest arm, and he obviously has wildly outperformed that better than any 7th-round pick at his position ever, hands down. But we're now on a handful of real injuries this guy has suffered. This one, to your point, these two, we don't even know when or how they happened. You know what I mean? There wasn't some catastrophic moment or whatever it was, and that is for a team that just paid him near the top of the market, not quite top of market, but in line with the best quarterbacks in the league. This is really concerning. So yes, they're in trouble right now because the other thing is this, oh my God, even if they're not good, at least they have such a soft schedule. After the Saints, it's Jags, Rams, Bucks, Falcons, Texans. And 1 week in, I would say 4 of those 5 teams are better than we thought, looked better.
They have the Cardinals.
Yeah, they got
I'm sorry. Right, you're right. My bad.
They got to get through that at least 2 and 2.
Right, and then the Texans are the only team there that played worse than maybe we thought they would going into week 1. But it's just the schedule might not be quite as easy as we thought. So in the short term, it's really damaging. And long term, it's concerning that Purdy has suffered some type of injury that's made him miss time in now 3 years. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like that's not nothing to me, KW. Do you want to talk about Mac Jones?
I mean, I think Mac Jones does not really drive the ratings
He never did, but that never stopped you before.
nationally. That being said, I hope Purdy can heal up and get back in the starting lineup. But if Mac Jones starts winning games,
Well,
I hope he can go in there.
is Purdy out?
we don't know. He's uncertain.
Exactly. He's uncertain.
He might just play.
And
And to Bruce's point,
point,
he was played fine with the injury.
thank you. So here's the deal. They are definitely in trouble because I've said this before. This is an older team trying to get younger, but they're still going to have injury issues. And if they arise this early in the season, you kind of have the expectation, man, it's starting already. Right. If you're a Niner fan, knowing what you went through last year, the thing with Purdy is what I don't want to hear from you across this desk is if he plays, well, he's playing with a shoulder injury. Right. He's playing with his toe.
You ran Baker out of Cleveland for that.
I do not want to hear that because
Baker props for playing through injury.
Because what we understand
I was the one saying
Greg is making a
I'm just letting you know right now, if he doesn't perform well, because now we know Kittle is out. CMC, we don't know if he's going to get back to
30 touches, so they think CMC's healthy. He just was not effective.
Ricky Pearsall, valid option, showed up. They're developing some type of chemistry, but naturally he's going to be asked to do more, regardless of the regardless of his non-throwing shoulder injury and his toe, whichever toe it is. You're going to come up with a plan that is heavily involving Brock Purdy. Right. Why? Because of what you ended with. We've paid him to overcome some of these issues. Right. We know injuries are part of the game. If we have you, we paid you like you should be able to Band-Aid some of this stuff.
It's a must-win game.
You smile.
It's bad that it's against the Saints. It'd be good if it was against the Packers.
It's good that it's against the Saints.
No, Wild is bad because you can't lose.
You cannot lose.
You can't lose this game.
I'll state facts. That's what I'll do.
Greg?
I'm facts over feelings.
Great job. Well,
no, I'll state facts.
Greg's just trying to set the table.
If your weapons aren't there, that's a fact. If you're a bit banged up, that's a fact. That's all I'm saying. I won't make excuses. I don't make excuses, but I'll make explanations. It's a difference.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
See, I was an English major.
We know, bro. And an actor.
Ravens still dealing with the fallout of their collapse in Buffalo. Harbaugh addressed the stat that was haunting him and the team after the game. Now, the stat is that Harbaugh has blown 17 double-digit second-half leads, the most since at least 1991 when this stuff started getting tracked. But the coach says, hey, hear me out. You got to be ahead to blow a lead. That's worth something. Take a listen.
Maybe part of it's the fact that we've been ahead a lot. You know, we've won a lot of games, so we've had a lot of two-score leads. So we've kept a lot of those, but I think we've lost 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. That's too many. I don't care how many two-score leads you have, and I do believe that we need to be really thoughtful of, you know, how we decide that we're going to approach those situations going forward.
Okay, so he has a point. The Ravens have had the most 10-point leads in 101 regular season games since 2019. They did blow 5 of them, which is the second most, but they've had the most. So makes sense.
Here's why I don't think he has as strong of a point as he thinks. Okay. Because I think there's a better stat than that, and this is courtesy of Mike Sando. So what Mike Sando did was from 2022 to now, there's 7 teams that have been up. So this is his info, but I will translate it because it's hard to see. I understand. 7 teams who've been up by more than a score in the fourth quarter at least 20 times. It's the best teams over the course of those 3 years. And so the Ravens have done it 31 times. Bills 21, Niners 25, Bengals 21, Lions 22, Eagles 28, Chiefs 24. But then there's the losses. So the Chiefs are 24-0 because the idea of the Chiefs blowing a 2-score fourth quarter lead seems impossible. They also haven't had a 2-score fourth quarter lead a lot lately, but still they're on the list. Eagles are 27-1, the Lions are 21-1, the Bengals are 20-1, the Niners and Bills are 23-19-2, so 23-2, 19-2. And the Ravens are 25-6. So having a few more than the other excellent teams does not explain why all of the other excellent teams either never lose those games, 3 of them have lost 1, 2 of them have lost twice, and you've lost 6 times. And to me, Brew, it is
That's up to 16. You know, they're trying to extend it out there.
Say it again?
It's up to 9 to 16 rather than just 10.
No, right. Well, it's just, it's 2-score games is what that one is. And so it was, I thought that's what he was talking about because he said we've done it 6 times, and that stat was 6 times. So I thought maybe they were.
Meant, right?
That's what I figured he meant, was up multiple scores in the fourth quarter. I think it's a little bit of what the kids would call cope and what I would just call denial about, there's something you guys structurally are doing that is leading to this. I think that's, to me, pretty obvious.
It's absolutely obvious. And I think every time Harbaugh addresses it, it's the same demeanor, which I get, that's his demeanor, but he just downplays it. And I get it, he may not want to criticize his players publicly or whatever, but my guess is that's his demeanor with them as well. And the sense of urgency, it just has to change. The best thing he said was, we do have to be more thoughtful about how we end these games. Maybe you want to see it said with more fire or whatever.
What is that? What does that mean?
Well, a lot of times, Greg, like you're watching a game and the team has a lead and the defense has been good throughout the game. I know that wasn't the case Sunday night with the Bills, but then they go prevent. And all of a sudden, the other team starts moving the ball, and occasionally they get back in the game. And I'm always thinking, you were shutting them down with your typical defense. Why not stay there? Yeah, just stay.
And the flip side of that offensively, where you just try to suck the air out of the ball.
Exactly. Like with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson and a good pass game now, whether it's your tight ends or your receivers, you should never, fall apart offensively late in the game. It's one thing if the team has been shutting you down most of the game. But when we saw Sunday night, you score on your first 8 possessions, you can't score on your last 3 or even get a first down. That should never happen. And that speaks to you're getting careful. You're just trying to hold on and not lose rather than win. So hopefully, obviously they're going to address everything and try, but it's not too much criticism because this is their biggest problem.
Yeah, it's definitely not too much criticism. And to your point, this is who they are offensively. And what I mean by that is they're a run-first team. I know we get excited about when Lamar throws the ball, but their identity is, they got to run Derrick Henry. They got to be physical at the point of attack. In this game, what they were doing actually would have benefited them to keep doing that. They were making quick decisions in the passing game,